This is David Williams. Welcome to our landing page for deprogrammingseries.com. If you've been through the page a little bit so far, you see at the very top of it the words Matrix Solutions. Now, where the words Matrix Solutions came from was that 15 years ago I found out that the Matrix was not just a movie. The Matrix is actually real. In a little writing that I found called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars, it mentioned the Leontief Matrix, and after a little bit of research I discovered that the Leontief Matrix is a software program that runs the IRS mainframe and everyone's plugged into it. The next evolution of that research came to find out that there's now something called the FAR Matrix, and you can find it at acquisition.gov/FAR. What does that mean at acquisition.gov/FAR? Well, it's now called the FAR Matrix, or as I affectionately call it, the farm, and you and I got acquired. And after finding out just a few simple things like that, it led me into all kinds of research. You know, we became very disenfranchised with governmental systems and what we thought we had been taught as far as our rights and freedoms, to the point that I looked at my wife one day and I said, is it possible that we've been lied to our entire life? And that's what the Matrix movie looked like, that we've been lied to our entire life. As Agent Smith said, billions of people living out their lives oblivious. I didn't like being oblivious, so we set about a process of 15 years of education, and through that process I became an expert in national and international law. During that process I decided it was time to start teaching and educating other people, because I was sure that if I had those frustrations, that you also have those frustrations. It's probably the reason that you're here. What we found in the Matrix was what I call rabbit holes. 13 of them, as a matter of fact, including false history, which I probably would say was the deepest frustration that I had, because it was the thing that was responsible for all the lies, that I had rights, I had constitutional rights, I had public servants that were here to serve me and to help me with my life and make sure that the state was actually helping me to achieve the freedoms and peace and things that I wanted in my life. But after 40 years I found that none of that was true. I wasn't achieving the rights and freedoms that I wanted, and I wasn't achieving the peace that I wanted. Now, the rightofselfdetermination.com was a website that we started to do the teaching process through, because that is the one right that I found in international law that we actually do have. But I also found that to access that right, people, just like I did, have to deprogram before you can reprogram. In other words, you can't implement a right and a freedom that you know nothing about. And if you stay inside those rabbit holes, those freedoms don't exist there. So after 4 years of teaching the right of self-determination, we archived everything on the DVD series for one purpose and one purpose alone, and that is to compress your time frames so that you don't go through a 15-year process like I did. We get this done, and we get it done quickly. We get it done now, and you can start a path of acquiring your own freedom.